वासुदेवाय।
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी, जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी, गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन, यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन, यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन, यशोदानंदन व्रज जन। यमुना तीरा वनचारी, यमुना तीरा वनचारी, यमुना तीरा वनचारी, यमुना तीरा वनचारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी, जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी, जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन, यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन, यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन, यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन। यमुना तीरा वनचारी, यमुना तीरा वनचारी, यमुना तीरा वनचारी, यमुना तीरा वनचारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी, जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। जय राधा गोविंद राधा गोविंद, राधा गोविंद श्री राधे। जय राधा गोविंद राधा गोविंद, राधा गोविंद श्री राधे। जय निताय सच्चिदानंदन गौर हरि, जय निताय सच्चिदानंदन गौर हरि, जय निताय सच्चिदानंदन गौर हरि, जय निताय सच्चिदानंदन गौर हरि। जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा, जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा। हरि बोल हरि बोल, हरि बोल नित्य गौर हरि बोल, नित्य गौर हरि बोल, हरि बोल हरि बोल नित्य गौर हरि बोल। जय विष्णुपाद परमहंस प्रभुपादाचार्य श्री शतश्री श्रीमद श्रीवांगे श्री भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी प्रभुपाद की
जय।
अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की
जय।
नमाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की
जय।
प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की
जय।
श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण को गोविंद श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरी गोवर्धन की
जय।
वृंदावन धाम की
जय।
मथुरा धाम की
जय।
जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की
जय।
गंगा माई की
जय।
यमुना माई की
जय।
तुलसी देवी की
जय।
भक्ति देवी की
जय।
सामवेद भक्त वृंद की
जय।
All glories to the assembled devotees, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
All glories to the assembled devotees, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
All glories to the assembled devotees, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
All glories to Sri Guru and Sri Guru, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Namam Vishnu Padaya, Vishnu Krishna, Bhutale, Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Samiti Namne. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharani, Nirvishesha Shunyavadi, Pashyata Deshitarine. Sarvam Shri Krishna Pranamastu, Krishna Matirastu, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Om Namo Bhagavate
Vasudevaya. Today we are going to read from Srimad Bhagavad-Gita, chapter 11, Vishwarup Darshan Yoga, the universal form, text 34 to 38. So, text 34. Dronam cha bhishmam cha jayadratham cha
Dronam cha bhishmam cha jayadratham cha
Karnam tathanyam apiyodhaviran
Karnam tathanyam
apiyodhaviran Maya hatam stvam jahima vyatishta Maya hatam stvam jahima vyatishta Yudhyasvajetasi rane sapatnan
Yudhasva jetasi rane sapatnan.
Dronam cha,
Dronam cha,
also Drona.
also Drona.
Bhishmam cha,
Bhishmam cha,
also Bhishma.
also Bhishma.
Jayadratham cha,
Jayadritam cha,
also Jayadratha.
also Jayadratha.
Karnam,
Karnam,
Karna.
Karna.
Tatha,
Tatha,
also.
also.
Anyan,
Anyan,
others.
others.
Api,
Api,
certainly.
certainly.
Yodhaviran,
Yodhaviran,
great warriors.
great warriors.
Maya,
Maya,
by me.
by me.
Hatan,
Hatan,
already killed.
already killed.
Tvam,
Tvam,
you.
you.
Jahi,
Jahi,
destroy.
destroy.
Ma,
Ma,
do not.
do not.
Vathishtat,
Yathishta,
be disturbed.
be disturbed.
Yudhyasva,
Yudhyasva,
just fight.
just fight.
Jeta asi,
Jeta asi,
you will conquer.
you will conquer.
Rane,
Rane,
in the fight.
in the fight.
Sapatnan,
Sapatnan,
enemies.
enemies.
Translation, Drona, Bhishma,
Drona,
Bhishma, Jayadratha, Karna,
Jayadratha Karna,
and the other great warriors
and the other great warriors
have already been destroyed by me.
destroyed by me.
Therefore, kill them
Kill them
and do not be disturbed.
and do not be disturbed.
Simply fight,
Simply fight,
and you will vanquish
and you will vanquish
your enemies
your enemies
in battle.
in battle.
Okay, so this is a continuation from the previous verse, where the previous verse was very interesting verse. Like that is a very important verse as well, 11:33. So in that verse, Krishna is saying that Maya Vaitan Vihitan Hi Purvameva Nimitta Matram Bhava Sabyasachi. So Krishna says to Arjuna that you just become my instrument, O Arjuna. So how does one know that one is an instrument of Krishna? So this is an important part to understand. We know we are instrument of Krishna if there are the qualities that are related to being instrument of Krishna. What are the qualities? Amanitva. Amanitva means humility. Adambhitva means no pride. Humility and no pride. Ahimsa, non-violence. Kshanti, simplicity. Kshanti is forbearance. Arjavam is simplicity. So Amanitvam, Adambhitvam, Ahimsa, Kshanti, Arjavam, Acharya Upasanam, Shaucham, Sthairya, Atma Vinigraha. There are these 9 qualities, right? So the first quality is humility. The second is not envious, no pride. The third is non-violent. The fourth is forbearance. The fifth is simplicity, Arjavan. The sixth is Acharya Upasana, that is the worshipping of the spiritual master. Then the seventh is Sthairya. Sthairya means control of the senses, and Atma Vinigraha is control of the mind. So Amanitvam, Adamritvam, Ahimsa, Kshanti, Arjavam, Acharya Upasanam, Shaucham is purity, there is also that. Stharyam, Atma Vinigraha. So these are all the 9 qualities. So some people who are against spiritual understanding might say that if there is ahimsa, ahimsa is a quality, non-violence is a quality. If non-violence is actually a quality of being an instrument of Krishna, how is it that here violence is being propagated? So here, basically in this particular verse, if you look at this particular verse, what Krishna is saying is Dronam cha Bhishmam cha Jayadrattam cha Karnam tathanyan apiyodha viran maya hatam svam jahima vyatishta yudhyasva jetase rane sapatna. Right? So what Krishna is saying here is he has already killed Drona, Bhishma, Jayadratha and Karna. Great warriors. These are all the great warriors. Actually, Dronacharya was the guru of Pandavas and Kauravas. He actually taught them the whole art of warfare and everything else. Bhishma is he has got a Ichha Mrityu Vardhan as well, actually, in that sense. He can die only when he wants to die. And it's kind of amazing. If you look at the battlefield of Kurukshetra, the Shikhandi comes in front. And Shikhandi has got the boon that that person is going to kill Bhishma. And Arjuna is actually from behind Shikhandi, he's kind of killing Bhishma Dev. And then, Bhishma Dev is lying on the bed of arrows. And he is waiting for Uttarayan to happen. Now, Uttarayan means when the sun is in the northern hemisphere. That starts after Sankirtan. The Makara Sankranti, whenever that happens, that is when the sun is in the northern hemisphere. So he actually waited until Uttarayan so that he can go back home, back to God. But not only that, Krishna was personally in front of him. So it's a wonderful situation of Bhishma Dev there. And Bhishma Dev was a pure devotee of Krishna. There is Bhishma Stuti in Srimad Bhagavatam as well, where he is glorifying Krishna. And Bhishma Dev knew that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He had full understanding of that, but because he had taken his vow to be faithful to the Hastinapur throne, whoever is on the Hastinapur throne, and that was Dhritarashtra. And so basically that's why he had to fight on behalf of Duryodhana. But what we are seeing here is that if we look at it from the perspective of actual might of each and every person in the battlefield, the Kauravas were much higher than Pandavas in that sense, Like all the warriors' names here, even Karna was a great fighter. It was like he had some curse and all, because of which he had to be killed that way. So all these things are happening. Like these are all great warriors, but because the Supreme Personality of Godhead is personally present on Arjuna's side, the victory is guaranteed. This is one of the things that we have to understand when we are navigating in this material world. So in material world, we will find different types of people. We will find people who are nice. We will find people who are not so nice. We will find nice people who are devotees. And we will also find not so nice people who are devotees. We will find nice people who are demons. And we will find not so nice people who are demons. So, Hara bhaktasya kuto mahadguna manorathina sato dhavato bahi. Very beautiful verse in Srimad Bhagavatam. Yasyasti bhaktir bhagavati akinchana sarvair gunair tatra samasate sura. What is mentioned in that particular verse is that if someone has got this akinchana bhakti, akinchana means that which is pure, unadulterated, loving devotional service to the Lord. What does it mean, pure? That means that one is constantly in association with Krishna. One never forgets that one is an eternal part and parcel of Krishna. So what that particular verse mentions is, if someone has got that akinchana bhakti, yasyasti bhaktir akinchane Yasyasya bhaktir bhavati akinchane sarvair gunair tatra samasate sura. It is mentioned that if for such a person, all the good qualities are seen in such a person. Sarvair gunair tatra samasate. And he is sura. Sura means one who is, so there is sura and asura. Sura are the people who are in the quality of demigod, and asura are the people who are in the quality of demons. What is the difference between sura and asura? Vishnu bhakta smrita deva asurastas viparyaya. So someone who is devotee of the Supreme Personality of Godhead has got the qualities of demigods. So how do we understand this, that someone who is a devotee could have not so nice qualities, and someone who is a demon could have nice qualities? So generally, what happens in this material existence is that people just say that you do good, you be good, and you don't have to do anything else. That is a very good thing. That is a good moral perspective of the existence in this material world. But what is the spiritual perspective of the existence in this material world? The spiritual perspective is this. What we are seeing in spiritual perspective means it is not just violence or non-violence. It is whether there is dharma or adharma. The understanding between what is dharma and what is adharma. What is adharma? Adharma means if someone is, in the challenge with this material existence is that people could have masks, and that is a natural existence in this material world. So someone could behave as if they are a very good person, but they probably have some nefarious intentions internally. So this is the difference, right? So if someone is actually surrendered onto the Supreme Personality of Godhead, they will recognize that this is adharma and this is adharma. So for example, in this, what was the reason that this battle had to be fought? The reason was because Duryodhana wanted to rule by hook or crook, and he did not want to share the kingdom. It was just the only thing that he had to do was share. He did not want to do that as well. That infamous incident, if you want to say, that Krishna personally went as a peace ambassador of Pandavas to Duryodhana. And he said that give 5 villages to 5 Pandavas. And then Duryodhana said, I will not give a land worth tip of a needle. That was his arrogance. And who is he telling this to? He is telling this to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is owning everything. Like what Duryodhana so-called considers himself as owning whatever it is, that is also actually owned by Krishna. And this person, Krishna, the Supreme Person, this is the difference between the demons and the people who are surrendered unto the Lord. So the people who are surrendered unto the Lord, they will see the Lord everywhere. And because of that, they will respect everyone. Naturally, they will respect everyone. Naturally, they will be humble. It's not an artificial mask or anything. That is a natural disposition. So that particular verse is extremely important. So when someone has got that unadulterated loving devotional service to Krishna, all the good qualities are naturally seen in that person. And in the same verse, it is said that Hara bhaktasya kuto mahadguna. One who is not a devotee of Krishna or the Lord, what good qualities are in that person? Why? Manorathena asato dhavato bahi. The reason given is because one is riding on the chariot of the mind. Manoratha. Manoratha means chariot of the mind. And Manorathena asato. One is considering what is not real, what is not. So we have got an absolute reality and a relative reality. We have discussed this before many times. So what is absolute reality? The absolute reality is we as an eternal part and parcel of Krishna. That is consciousness. The consciousness is the absolute reality. Because without consciousness, nothing exists. What is relative reality? The relative reality is me as this particular body and my mind and intelligence and false ego. That is relative. So the relative is, why it is called relative? Because it is dependent on the absolute. If the absolute is not there, the relative cannot exist. What does it mean? Like, if I do not have consciousness, I am not able to talk anything, I am not able to hear, I am not able to do anything. Like, my body is dead. So this understanding, this is the asatoma sadgamaya. You know, in the Vedas, there is this asatoma sadgamaya, tamasoma jyotirgamaya, mrityorma amritam gamaya. These three statements are there in Vedas. So what it is saying is that from the relative reality, lead me to the absolute reality. That is asatoma sadgamaya. Tamasoma jyotirgamaya. From the darkness, lead me to the light. And mrityorma amritam gamaya. From the state of death, lead me to immortality. How do we get to that place? We get to that place when we are established in the fact that this is just, it's like as Krishna gives example, you know, vasamsi jidani yatha vihaya. That just like we take off the old clothes and put on a new cloth, exactly the same way, we as an eternal part and parcel of Krishna take off the old body and put on a new body. So this understanding is the primary understanding of spiritual journey. Until that time, it is just religiosity. We have got dharma, artha, kama and moksha. You've got 4 chatur purusharthas, it is called. Dharma is religiosity. Religiosity is when we are engaged in worshipping the Supreme Person and doing all the dharmic activities. That is dharma. Then we go to economic development, as it's called, artha. So making money and living a nice life. Then there is kama. Kama is sense gratification. When we have money, we can do the sense gratification. And the 4th is moksha. These are the purusharthas. Moksha is liberation. So the way the whole thing is set up in the Vedic system is that we are not ignoring any part of our personality. Like we have a material body. So we cannot ignore the material body. We have to understand that when I am in this material world, I have got this material body, I have got this mind, I have got the intelligence, false ego, I have got everything. So we need to understand that this is what I am at the moment and use everything in the service of the Supreme Personality of God. So that is what. So here, what Krishna is saying here is that all these great warriors have already been killed by me. Maya hatamstvo. Maya hatamstvam jahima vetishya. So you don't be disturbed. Yudhyasva jetasi rane sapatna. So Krishna is saying to Arjuna that you just do your duty. You just do your duty as a kshatriya and fight, and everything else is already taken care of by me. So what does this mean? This means that sometimes what happens is when we are in this material world, when we are doing lots and lots of things, sometimes we find that things are not getting successful. I'm doing lots and lots of activities, but I'm not succeeding. So in those cases, what one has to understand is that the Lord has already sanctioned everything. The success is already sanctioned. What we have to do is we have to keep persevering. That's the only thing we have to do. All the other things are taken care of by the Lord. But generally what happens is, when we don't see success, we stop doing the activity. Because we think that it's like a catch-22 situation, To be successful, we have to be perseverant. We have to have perseverance. But if you are not finding success, the perseverance stops. So if we can somehow or other have the determination that everything is already sanctioned by the Lord, I just need to do the activities that I am ordained to do, that I am supposed to do, then that is the best place to be. So this is what actually Krishna says about karmanya vadikaraste mahaphaleshu kadachana. In the Karma Yoga chapter, Krishna says that actually what one has to do is do one's duty, karmanya, and not be attached to the results. It's not that we don't have a vision, we don't have a goal. We have a long-term vision, we have a goal, and we are going towards it. But we are not attached to this immediate gratification, immediate result that I should get. And unfortunately, the current situation, the current world is set up in such a way that we are always going after the immediate gratification. So that there is this thing about Preya and Shreya. It talks, the scriptures talk about Preya means something that is immediately gratifying me, and Shreya means what is ultimately beneficial. So somehow we are not interested in what is ultimately beneficial for us. We are always trying to get some immediate gratification, and the immediate gratification, one of the things about immediate gratification is it's called dopamine effect. There is a chemical called dopamine within us, and what is the thing about dopamine is that immediately it satisfies us, but then to get the same satisfaction we have to do double the effort. This is what addiction is all about, right? So initially person gets a kick out of something and then that is dopamine. So a chemical called dopamine is released, and then to get that kick again, one has to do that thing double the effort, and one will keep doing it, and it becomes a very negative kind of situation. So this is the existence in this material world. Whereas when we look at the Shreya is the ultimately beneficial, then immediately we will not get that gratification. It will feel as if I'm doing a lot of work. Like they talk about someone going to gym or something. That's an example that is given. So the person has to keep on going for gym for a number of, probably a year or so, to actually see some kind of small change that is going to happen. But what is that? That the consistency, the perseverance, determination. So there is a thing called Utsahat Nishya Dharya Tattat Karma Pravartanat Sato Vritte Shadbhir Bhaktir Prasidhati. So there is an Upadesh Amrita, nectar of instruction, that Rupa Goswami has written. So what he mentions about the qualities of a person who is going in the direction of progress, spiritual progress, is the qualities. The first is Utsaha. Utsaha is enthusiasm. And the next is Nishchaya. Nishchaya is determination. Utsaha. The third is Dharya. Dharya is patience. Enthusiasm, determination, patience. Tattat Karma Pravartana. Tattat Karma Pravartana means continuing to do the activities that needs to be done. Janasangascha Sato Vritte, and Sato Vritte is developing the mode of goodness, and the last one is in the association of devotees, Sangha, in the Sangha. So Srila Rupa Goswami says that these are the qualities that Shadbhir Bhaktir Prasidhati. The bhakti increases when we are in this mode. So basically, in this particular verse, the important thing to understand is that what Krishna is saying here is that Arjuna should just continue doing his duty as a Kshatriya, and everything else is already ordained by Krishna. So next verse 35. Sanjaya Uvacha Etashutva Vachanam Keshavasya Kritanjalir Vepamana Kiriti Namaskritva Bhuya Evaha Krishnam Sagadgadam Bhita Pranamya. So what the word Sanjaya Uvacha? Sanjaya said, Etat, thus, Shrutva, hearing, Vachanam, the speech, Keshavasya, of Krishna, Krita Anjali, with folded hands, Vepamanaha, trembling, Kiriti, Arjuna, Namaskritva, offering obeisances, Bhuyaha, again, Eva, also, Aha said, Krishnam onto Krishna, Sagadgadam with a faltering voice, Bhita fearful, Pranamya offering obeisances. Translation: Sanjaya said to Dhritarashtra, O king, after hearing these words from the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the trembling Arjuna offered obeisances with folded hands again and again. He fearfully spoke to Lord Krishna in a faltering voice as follows. Okay, so this is now Sanjaya speaking. So the previous verse was Krishna speaking, that all the warriors are already killed by me, you just have to do your duty. Now Sanjaya is describing the scene in the Battle of Kurukshetra to Dhritarashtra, that Arjuna is now in a very, he has become extremely fearful, and with folded hands he is addressing Krishna. So one of the important things here is that we can use our imagination to as much be in that situation as we can. And when we are doing this, we are engaging our mind in the service of the Lord. Man mana bhav madbhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru. Krishna says that, give your mind to me, become my devotee. Offer your obeisances to me, offer your prayers to me. You'll surely come back to me, O Arjuna. Mame vaishyasi satyam te. Why I am telling this to you? Prati jane priyosi me. Because Arjuna, you are so dear to me, I am telling this to you. So, all these, when these descriptions are being given in Bhagavad-Gita, we can, as much as our mind has the capability to imagine, we can imagine. And when we imagine in that way, we are in that particular situation. And the mind, when it is engaged in the service of the Lord, that is the best engagement. Like, we could engage our senses in the service of the Lord. The senses are like the eyes are seeing the beautiful form of the Lord, so eye is getting engaged. The ears are hearing, let's chant Hare Krishna mantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. So when the tongue is being sevan mukhe jivhados swayam eva spurati adha. It is mentioned in the scriptures that everything related to Krishna cannot be known by the blunt material senses, because senses are matter. Senses are not. See, the eyes is material, the ears is material, nose is material, tongue is material, the mind is also material. So how can material things know Krishna who is spiritual? It is not possible. It is not possible, because matter cannot know spirit. Only spirit can know spirit. So if we can get into our spiritual nature, how do we get into our spiritual nature? When we at least theoretically understand that I am an eternal part and parcel of Krishna, that I am never separated from Krishna. Separation is an illusion. Once that illusion is removed, I will know that I was never separated from the Lord. So this is the understanding. So when this understanding happens, then Swayam eva spurati adha. It is mentioned in the scriptures that the Lord Himself reveals. It's a path of revelation. Like, one cannot force the Lord to make Him appear. It is not possible, because the Lord is Bhavagrahi Janardana. It is mentioned. There is a very beautiful verse in the scriptures. Murkham vadati Vishnaya, Dhiram vadati Vishnave. Ubhayacha samam punyam Bhavagrahi Janardana. What it mentions is, a person who does not know how to pronounce the mantra might actually say Om Vishnaya Namah. Actually, the mantra is Om Vishnave Namah. That is the right way to say. Vishnu mantra, Om Vishnave Namah. But someone who is not well versed in Sanskrit or Vedas might actually say Om Vishnaya Namah. So the scripture is saying that it does not matter what, like sometimes, the people from the Western countries are becoming devotees. And their pronunciation might not be as someone who is born in India. Because in India, we know how to pronounce Sanskrit and things like that. So what that verse is saying is that it's not how the mantra is pronounced or how well you are in terms of Sanskrit or any kind of those kind of things. More important thing is what is the feeling we have. Bhava grahi janardana. Do I know that everything is Lord's? My body is Lord's. Whatever I have is Lord's. So basically, He is using me as an instrument. Am I established in that fact? That is the important thing. If I am established in that fact, the revelation will automatically happen. Then one will know that there is no place where the Lord does not exist. He's omnipresent, omnipotent, as they say. So this particular verse is an interesting verse where Sanjay is very beautifully describing what is happening. Kritanjale Vepamana Kiriti Namaskritva Bhuya Evaha Krishnam Sa Gadgadam Bhita Bhitaha Pranamya. Gadgadam, faltering voice. Because it's so much, his fearful, faltering voice with folded hands, he's speaking. So now we go to verse 36 where now Arjuna is speaking. Arjuna Uvacha Sthane Hrishikesha Tava Prakirtya Jagat Prahrasyati Anurajyate Cha Jagat Prahrasyati Anurajyate Cha Rakshamsi Bhitani Disho Dravanti Sarve Namasyanti Cha Siddha Sangha So Arjuna Vacha, Arjuna said, Sthane, rightly, Hrishika Isha, O Master of all senses, Tava, your, Prakirtya, by the glories, Jagat, the entire world, Prahrashyati, is rejoicing, Anurajyate, is becoming attached, Cha, and Rakshamsi, the demons, Bhitani, out of fear, Disha, in all directions, Dravanti, are fleeing, Sarve, all, Namasyanti, are offering respects, Cha, also, Siddha Sangha, the perfect human beings. Translation, Arjuna said, O Master of the senses, the world becomes joyful, upon hearing your name, and thus everyone becomes attached to you. Although the perfected beings offer you the respectful homage, the demons are afraid, and they flee here and there. All this is rightly done. So very beautiful verse here. Sthane Hrishikesha Tava Prakirtya. So beautiful verse actually. So Arjuna is addressing Krishna as Hrishikesha. And this Hrishikesha word actually reminds of one of the definitions of bhakti that is given by Narada Muni. And Narada Muni gives the definition of bhakti as Sarva Upadhi Vinirmuktam. So when we give up all designations, and so the problem is when I get this particular body, I immediately the designation starts that I am the son or daughter of so and so. I have these relatives, I have these, and then the designation keeps adding. So then the designation of educational qualifications. So sometimes people have the name and they have lots and lots of titles. You could have n number of titles beside your name. So all these designations. So you got a designation in terms of being son or daughter of so and so, then educational qualifications, then relationships, then if one is getting married, husband or wife of so and so, then having children, mother and father of so and so. So basically, the whole existence in this material world is based on designations. If I don't have any designation, I don't have any existence in this as a particular body, right? The body means it is designation. So what Narad Muni defines bhakti is, the first step in bhakti is take out all the designations. Sarva upadhi vidya-muktam. When we take out all the designations, what happens is, what remains is tat paratvena nirmalam. Only purity remains. We as an eternal part and parcel of Krishna, only that remains. Then, in that purity, hrishikena hrishikesha sevana. Hrishika means, so when I am in that pure state of existence, whatever bhakti I am doing, whatever names of the Lord I am taking, whatever offerings I am doing to the Lord, all that is done from that purified state of existence. So the hrishikena hrishikesha sevana. So hrishik means the senses. When the senses are engaged in the service of the master of the senses, that is called bhakti. Hrishikena hrishikesha sevanam bhakti uchyate. So this is the real. So here in this particular verse, when Arjuna is talking about hrishikesha, he's addressing, that's what we have to understand, that actual master of the senses is Krishna, Hrishikesha. And our actual original situation is in glorification of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Prakirtiya. So, Jagat Prahrishyati Anurajyatecha. So, basically what happens is, when we are in that pure state of existence, then when we are calling out to the Lord, there is natural bliss. We are in a state of natural bliss. And so that is what is Prahrishyati. The word Prahrishyati means one is in a very, you can say actually excited state, but this is spiritual excitement. This is not a material excitement. What is the difference between material excitement and spiritual excitement? A material excitement would remain there for a certain amount of time, and it will go. Spiritual excitement would remain there forever. That is the difference between material excitement. So spiritual excitement means that one is always connected with Krishna. That is a natural state of existence. So the Jivara Swarupaya Krishnera Nityadas. It is mentioned in the scriptures that our natural situation is that we are an eternal part and parcel of Krishna. So, but when I am getting this particular body, immediately I get identified with this body, and then the body is the only thing that becomes most important to me. Everything else becomes sidetracked. The original thing is that we are eternal part and parcel of Krishna, and consciousness is the basis of our existence. But we totally forget consciousness. And I've discussed this example before, but it's good to try and get this example again. It's like one is going to see a movie in a theater. So where does one see the movie in the theater? On the screen. What is happening? The projector is projecting the scenes on the screen, and then the whole story is getting shown on the screen, and one gets absorbed in the story. So no one wants to know. Why would anyone want to know whether the screen exists or not? One does not want to know that, right? One wants to enjoy that story and get absorbed in that story, and then have a good time and then come out. But what was the basis of all that story getting played? That was a screen. Exactly, that's what happens to us. So the consciousness is always there in the background, like that screen. And our stories are getting played out through the body and the mind and the emotions and the connectivity between people. So we are like in a real world movie where consciousness is the background, and no one wants to know about the consciousness because it's always existing. So why do you want to know about it? But if somehow or other, if we understand that we are consciousness and we are an eternal part and parcel of Krishna, then that is the cause of this is what Krishna says, Yam labdhva chaparam labham manyate nadikam tata. Krishna says that once one gains this reconnection with the Lord, reconnection with our original existence, any kind of gain seems to be of no importance. Manyate nadikam tata, yasmin sthitena dukkhena guru napi vichalyate. Krishna says that once when we are situated in this state, even the greatest kind of calamities will not make us in a despondent state. Otherwise, even something small comes, we will become really anxious about things. But when we know that everything is the Lord's and everything is happening according to the Lord's will, where is anxiety? There can be no anxiety. So this is what Rakshamsi Bhitani Disho Dravanti Sarve Namasyanti Cha Siddha Sangha. Very beautiful. The last line of this verse is saying that all the perfected beings are offering respectful obeisances to you. So very beautiful verse. Now the next verse is verse 37. We'll go to that. Kasmachate na namiran mahatman.
Kasmachate namiran mahatmam.
Gariyase brahmanopi adikartre.
Gariyase brahmonipi
adikartre. Ananta devesha jagannivasa.
Ananta devesha jagannivasa.
Tvamaksharam sadasat param yat.
Tvamaksharam sadasat param yat.
So the word kasmat.
Kasmat.
Why?
Why?
Cha. Also. Te. Onto you. Na. Not. Namiran. They should offer proper obeisances. Maha Atman. O Great One. Gariyase. Who are better. Brahmana. Then Brahma. Api. Although. Adikartre. To the Supreme Creator. Ananta. O Unlimited. Deva Isha. O God of the Gods. Jagat Nivasa. O Refuge of the Universe. Tvam. You are. Aksharam. Imperishable. Sat Asat. To cause and effect. Tat Param. Transcendental. Yet. Because. Translation. O Great One. Greater even than Brahma. You are the original Creator. Why then should they not offer the respectful obeisances unto you? O limitless one, God of gods, refuge of the universe. You are the invincible source. The cause of all causes. Transcendental to this material manifestation. Okay, so here Arjuna is continuing to glorify Krishna, and this glorification is naturally coming from the pure devotee of the Lord. This is what happens when one is in that pure devotional service. There is no moment when one is not glorifying the Lord in that pure devotional service. Here, this is what Arjuna is saying in this particular verse. He is saying that who kasmat chate namiran mahatman. Who is a person who will not offer obeisances unto you. And this is the view of the pure devotee of the Lord as well. Like they see everyone as devotee of the Lord. And they do not distinguish between, you got this Kanishta Adhikari, Madhyama Adhikari and Uttama Adhikari. You got a novice person who is just starting off in the spiritual journey. You got a person who is a medium person, and you got a person who is an expert in the spiritual journey. The difference between these two people is the first person worships the deity of the Lord very nicely, but they do not know, they do not understand, they do not know how to deal with the devotees. The actual devotees, they do not know how to deal. The second, which is the Madhyamadikari, they know how to do the worship, and they know that there are different categories of devotees, and they will behave with them in that different way. So they will behave with the Ishvara tad adhineshu balisheshu dvishatsu cha prema maitri kripa upeksha ya karoti sa madhyama. So with Ishvara there is prema, with the devotee there is maitri, friendship, with kripa, with the innocent people there is mercy, and with the people who are envious there is upeksha. They are not mixing with the people who are envious. Why they are not mixing? Because they have see the problem with the demoniac type of people is that it's kind of interesting. The demoniac people might say that the devotees are not broad-minded, because they will say that the devotees are only thinking from the perspective of Bhagavan. They do not have any other perspective. But when one thinks from the perspective of Bhagavan, everything else is automatically covered. Because he is the cause of all causes. And one who is actually, thinking as a devotee, they will even understand the perspective of a demon. How will they understand the perspective of a demon? Because they know that the demons are never going to accept the presence of the Supreme Personality of God. That is the nature of the demoniac. Krishna actually mentions in Bhagavad-Gita, Namam dushkritino mudha prapadyante naradama maya parata jnana asurim bhavam ashrita. Krishna says that the people who are sinful, they never recognize me. They do not recognize Krishna, they do not surrender unto Krishna. And who are those kind of people? They are unfortunately dushkriti. Dushkriti means who have done sinful activities. And Krishna actually uses quite strong words. He says that they are namam dushkritino mudha, naradhama, maya parata jnana and asurim bhavam ashrita. He says that unfortunately they are in a foolish state of existence. Mudha, they are lowest among the mankinds. Naradhama, maya parata jnana, their actual intelligence has been taken away by the material energy of the Lord. And the fourth is asurim bhavam ashrita. They are in a demoniac state of existence. So unfortunately those kind of people will not recognize the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Like we have seen that, like as we discussed about Duryodhana, because of his state of mind, even though the Lord, so basically what happens is, we discussed that, right? Duryodhana said that I will not give a tip of a needle worth of land. Then what he does is, he actually asks all the guards there to try and capture Krishna. And then Krishna actually shows universal form there as well. A kind of mini universal form he shows there. But even then, Duryodhana cannot recognize. Right? So he thinks that Krishna is someone who has got some magical powers. He's a human with some magical powers. But he does not understand that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So this is a really very it's only the devotees of the Lord who can really appreciate this wonderful nature of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So that is what is mentioned in this particular verse. And the words Ananta Devesha Jagannivasa are very important here. Ananta means one who has got no end. So he is Anadi and Anant. He does not have any beginning, he does not have any end. And we are also Anadi and Anant. Now, the difference is that we are minute and the Lord is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So that is the difference. Devesha, Lord of the Lords, Jagannivasa. Jagannivasa, Karuna Amburashe, Mukunda Bhakta Priya Vasudeva. There is a very beautiful verse. So Jagannivasa means one who is situated within the whole world. So how is the Lord situated within the whole world? In the form of his energy. He has got his external energy and internal energy. So that's how he is situated within the whole world. Tvam Aksharam Sadasat Tat Param. You are, Akshara means imperishable, and you are beyond the cause and effect, because it's the cause of all causes. Sarva karana karana. Then we come to the verse 38. Tvamadi deva purusha puranas. Tvamadi deva purusha puranas. Tvamasya vishwasya param nidhanam.
Tvamasya vishwasya param nidhanam.
Vetasi vedyam cha param cha dhama.
Vetasi vedyam cha param cha dhama.
Tvaya tatam vishvam anantarupa.
Tvaya tatam vishvam anantarupa.
So whatever,
Tvam,
you, Adideva,
Adideva,
the original Supreme God.
the original Supreme God.
Purusha,
Purusha,
personality.
personality.
Purana,
Puranaha,
old.
old.
Tvam, you. Asya,
Asya,
of this.
Vishwasya,
Universe.
Param,
Transcendental.
Nidhanam,
Refuge.
Veta,
The knower. Asi, you are. Vedyam,
the knowable.
Cha,
and
Param, Transcendental. Cha,
and
Dhamma, Refuge. Tvaya, by you. Tatam,
pervaded.
Vishwam, the universe.
Anantarupa,
O unlimited form. Translation: You are the original personality of Godhead.
You are the original personality of Godhead,
The oldest,
the oldest,
the ultimate sanctuary
the ultimate sanctuary
of this manifested
cosmic world.
You are the knower
You are the knower
of everything, and you are all that is knowable.
all that is knowable.
You are the supreme refuge
You are the supreme refuge
above the material modes.
above the material modes.
O limitless form,
O limitless form,
this whole cosmic manifestation
this whole cosmic manifestation
is pervaded by you. So again, there is a lot of glorification, and this glorification is the life and soul of devotee. This is what Shrunvatam Svakatha Krishna. When we are hearing about Krishna, that activity by itself is called Punya Shravana Kirtana. And that activity by itself is very pious. What is this activity? Shravana Kirtana. Hearing about Krishna and talking about Krishna. Shrunvatam Svakatha Krishna Punya Shravana Kirtana Hridi Antastohi Abhadrani. What it mentions in Srimad Bhagavatam is whatever. So basically, since time immemorial, I have been taking birth after birth after birth after birth. And because I have been taking so many births, there is so many layers of matter that is there in my subtle consciousness. There's the subtle, like the mind, body and mind, intelligence and false ego. Man, buddhi, ahankar. This particular subtle body is always carried from one body to another body to another body. This is what sometimes in the Abrahamic religions, the Abrahamic religions are the religions where Abraham is the main person, and that is Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. So in the Abrahamic religions, there is this concept of one birth and then eternal heaven or eternal hell. That is the concept of Abrahamic religions. One of the things that this doesn't explain is how someone, you see child prodigies, right? Someone who is someone who might be just 4 or 5 years old, but they will have this immense talent in something. They might be a great singer or a great dancer or a great mathematician or a great whatever. And the Vedic system has got a very good explanation for this. How is this that they have this? Because they have been practicing this, and their subtle body has been carrying these tendencies, and this subtle body has come into a gross body now, and whatever tendencies were existing in the previous has come out again, and it is showing out very beautifully. We've got a very nice explanation here, but if we we go from the concept that there is only one birth and then there is an eternal hell or eternal heaven, you cannot explain those kind of things. And so, and there have been many cases where people, ask a lot of these questions in the Abrahamic religion, and unfortunately, the teachers in that religion do not have a logical explanation to these things. So why did we talk about this? Because in this particular verse, Arjuna is glorifying Krishna. He's saying, you are the beginning of all the devas. You are the oldest Purusha. You are Vishwasya Param Nidhanam. You are the basis of the whole existence in this material world. Vetasi Vedyam cha Param cha Dhama Tvaya Tatam Vishwam Anantarupa. So basically, Arjuna is glorifying Krishna here. And this glorification is happening because Arjuna has got that humility. And so if I have humility, then I can understand that there is someone who is superior to me. If I am arrogant, then I am the supreme. Everyone else is subordinate to me. I am the supreme. So this is the difference between a demon and a devotee. So, like for example, Hiranyakashipu. Hiranyakashipu, because his brother Hiranyaksha was killed by Varaha. Varaha Deva, in the boar incarnation of Vishnu. Hiranyakashipu had a very strong hatred for Vishnu. And he was actually committing atrocities against all the citizens in his place who were worshipping Vishnu. And what he was saying was, you have to say, Om Hiranyakashipu Namah. You cannot say, Om Vishnu Namah. So basically, this is the difference between someone who is a devotee of the Lord and who is unfortunately in a demonic state of existence. But what we have to understand here is that even the demons, internally, they are also part and parcel of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Everyone, each and every living entity is an eternal. It's the only difference is the external layers that I have. So Krishna actually mentions Dhume navritam bhanev yatha adarshana malena cha yatho benavritam garbhas tatha tenedam avritam. Avritam means covering. So as eternal part and parcel of Krishna, everyone is never separate from Krishna. But because I have this avritam, I have this covering, that separation seems to be very strong. And Krishna says that he gives three metaphors, three examples of understanding. One is the smoke covering the fire. So that is one kind of covering. If the fire becomes strong, the smoke will automatically go away. That is one. Next is the dust covering the mirror. Dust covering the mirror is a bit more strong covering. One actually will need to go and clean the mirror with some effort. But then it will still get clean. And the third covering is given as the embryo within the womb. It's a metaphor, right? It's a metaphor to understand. It means it's a very strong kind of covering. So basically, someone who is in a mode of goodness. Mode of goodness means, as we mentioned, those qualities of humility and all those qualities, forbearance, determination. They have got those qualities very prominently in mode of goodness. In mode of passion, the qualities are unfortunately so what does Krishna says? Kamas, krodhas, tatha, lobha. Kama is lust, krodha is anger, and lobha is greed. Lust, anger, and greed. It's kind of interesting. If you take lust, anger, and greed, the first letter, if you take it, it will become lag. So it's something that lags us as a human being. If you are in the mode of passion, prominently in the mode of passion, and mode of ignorance is the strongest covering. That means one is totally lazy. One is not wanting to do anything. So these coverings are what is stopping one from. This is what Krishna says in Bhagavad-Gita. He says that Tribher Gunamayer Bhaver Edhi Sarvamidam Jagat. So he says that this whole jagat, this whole material existence is under the influence of these three modes of material nature. So we've got this mode of goodness, mode of passion, mode of ignorance. Mohitam nabi janati mamebhya karmavya. Because we are enamored by these three modes of material nature, one does not know that the Lord is there everywhere. We can see the presence of Lord. This is what yomam pashyati sarvatra sarvam cha mai pashyati tasya hamna pranashyami sacha mena pranashyati. Krishna says in Bhagavad-Gita that one who sees me in everything and everyone in me, I am not lost to such a person, and such a person is never lost to me. So with this prayer that we can somehow or other always remember the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Thank you very much for listening. Srimad Bhagavad-Gita ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. If there is any comments or questions, we can discuss. Otherwise, we can sing the Narasimha Pranam mantra. Namaste Narasimhaya.
Namaste Narasimhaya.
Hiranyakashipu Vakshaha Shilatanchana Ito Narsimho Parato Narsimho Yato Yami Tato Narsimho Sahe Narsimho Hridaye Narsimho Narasimha Madin Sharanam Prapade Kavataratam Malavare Natha Adhuta Krinda Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanu Branda Keshavadhrita Narahari Rupa Jaya Jagadish Hare Jaya Jagadish Hare Jaya Jagadish Hare Savataratam Malavare Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanu Branda Keshavadhrita Narahari Rupa Jaya Jagadish Hare Jaya Jagadish Hare Jaya Jagadish Hare Jaya Narasimha Dev 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 Jaya Narahari 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 Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Bhakta Prahlad 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 Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Narasimha Bhagwan ki jai, Prahlad Maharaj ki jai. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishthaputale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamiti Namane Namaste Saraswate Devi Gauravani Pracharani Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Rashtrati Deshatarani Sarvam Shri Krishna Pranamastu Krishna Matarastu Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you.